Yo, 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 this is the actual video. I'm showing you some pictures of the actual event that I was telling you all about with the At Ease moving group that I did, the book bag giveaway and school supplies, and back in Milan, Tennessee. Major salute to them. You'll hear it at the end of the show as well, but just definitely wanted to highlight and show you all of what some good stuff looks like within our community. Appreciate you for tapping in. Staying tuned for the entire show.
Welcome back to Supremely Black Podcast, man. It's your boy D Rose and your big Kim Flow, Jay Flake, man. How's everything going out there, Flizzy?
Man, everything cool, man. Everything good. No complaints at all, man. Ready for this football season to get started. It's right around the corner.
Yeah, speaking of that, man, I seen that I think the Cowboys had one of their wide receivers went out for like 6 to 10 weeks already.
Very possible. I ain't been keeping up yet. I just found out that
Okay.
the Hall of Fame game was this week.
This Friday, yeah, man. Yeah, we
I
had
ain't been
one of
paying
our
attention.
damn wide receivers told their ACL, so they out for the year.
Yeah, they got to
So,
get a new trainer. That's about the fourth one
bro, that's the
within the
third. That's
last
like
3-4 years. Yeah, got
yeah,
to get
like
another trainer.
every off season, we got a wide receiver for the last 3 years that went out with an ACL tear, man. So I don't know what they got going on or what they doing, but it always happened right before the season start. But yeah, I actually forgot myself that the season, I mean the Hall of Fame game was this damn Friday.
Yeah, sometimes you get the adulting, man, and your schedule get off track from everything else that's going on in the world that
Well,
ain't affecting you. That ain't affecting you immediately.
exactly, priorities. But yeah, man, it was a great weekend. Um, Shout out to everybody that contributed to a successful Earth anniversary. Had a good time in the Ville. Seen a lot of Ann Milan. Seen a lot of family. Caught up with some people that I haven't seen in a minute. Willie had a hell of a turn up Saturday.
So
Uh,
did.
yeah, damn near didn't make it that Sunday. I realized that I see 31 is gonna hit a little different. I was real slow motion. And so I was like, you know what? Let me go and hit this road, get on back down towards the way.
Woke
Cause
up
yeah,
ankle hurting for no reason.
just stretching and knees and shit popping. I'm like, yeah, man, it's about that time. So, but it was a good weekend, man. How did your comedy show go?
Comedy show went well. Comedy show went real good. It was outside a place called Panther Creek Brewery. It was a nice crowd. Tore it down, worked on some new jokes, and tore it down with some of the new jokes. So since special out, I'm trying to get a whole nother 45 to an hour back up and going. So we working out the kinks of these new jokes and still, shopping around the special or whatnot, the visual part of the special. Lawrenceburg, Tennessee, I'll be headed your way. So be on the lookout for that as well.
Where's Lawrenceburg at?
I don't even know. I'm at to put it in GPS. I know it's like an hour away or something like that.
Man, yeah, bro. That might, hey, yeah, make sure you might need to go down there with some security, man. That might be them country club cowboys down that way, man. Hey, hey, never.
Look, I ain't gonna stick around. I already know what time it is. I done been to some sketchy places. I don't stick around.
Hey, man,
I do my set and be up out of there.
yeah, just to make sure it's real good to know where you at. Just to test that crowd, man. Go and drop that Trump joke before you get up out there and see how they react.
Get him, Woogie Boogie,
get them
Woogie
up out of
Boogie.
here. That's right. Yeah, man. But yeah, we go on and jump into the segment, man. We're not gonna hold y'all long, but we've seen the nationwide controversy in regards to Brittney Griner. It's two sides to the fence. We're going to discuss that, but I see a lot of people, just to kind of give an overdraft, a lot of people are happy that she is locked up and saying don't bring her home. You have people that are defending her saying bring her home. They feel like what happened over there was unjust. We just going to give our opinions on it in regards to what we think the next step should be. And again, this is just our opinion, but I've seen some crazy shit in the news and on some posts. And I will say this: if you looked at the post, there's more people celebrating that she's over there than it is people saying she should come home. And the media isn't doing well by really covering it like that. Some people feel like she's just been thrown away. But Flake, what's your thoughts on it though?
One, going through the social media and seeing what people are saying things. The one thing I hate seeing, and it's every time an athlete get in trouble, and I'm not gonna bring race to it, because no matter the race, they say the same thing when Big Ben got an issue with his rape charges back in the day, is that, oh, they should, because it's sport and title, they make all this money, and there's always money that's brought into it. But you don't know what these athletes done been through. You know what I'm saying? Like, you mad because you ain't in that position. At the end of the day, is what it be about most time. When they start hollering about they make it these and they spoiled and entitled, think they can do what they want to do. Who said that? These folks is humans. They make mistakes like everybody else. You just mad because you ain't on that end of the fence. You know what I mean? My opinion is I do want her to come home. I do want us to bring her home. But at the same time, I'm like, at what cost do we bring her home? Like, what I've said repeated in our group chats, and what Rush at the beginning, they were saying, not the beginning, but here recently, they were saying they wanted to make a trade for this guy that is nicknamed the Merchant of Death. And I said, that'd be like trading LeBron James for an unrestricted free agent. I'm like, I want her to come home, but at what cost? I ain't gonna lie to you. If I'm president, she better do them 5 years and come back out as a rapper. Like, I'm not giving you the Merchant of Death for a basketball player. It's just not gonna happen.
Hey, and that creates a little segue because I've seen a lot of people saying like, well, I think America should make that trade. This is how I look at this. And it may not be favorable, but just to be honest with you, dog, we use sports as entertainment. They are gifted. They are very talented people that will go down in the history books for a sport. But when you think about somebody that was considered a merchant of death, and when you look at the person that they were trying to exchange, another country would never trade an athlete for somebody that was being held captive in their country for breaking the law. I'm telling you, like, LeBron could never come home for somebody else. Like, it don't matter what the status of it is. You can't have somebody that is a merchant of death and a very good tool used for war that's going to be coming home just for an athlete. And it's sad. Don't get me wrong, because I don't feel like her charges are that serious in America. But, like, I think Flake is going to expound on it a little bit more as well. But what's your thoughts on just like people saying that it's not that serious of an offense just because how it is in America, though?
It's crazy and ridiculous. And most of those people that I think that say they ain't got a passport. That's what I feel like. I feel like the people who say stuff like that, you ain't never left this country and you ain't got a passport. Because when you leave and go to another country, the first thing you do is kind of look up the rules, or somebody's going to tell you, don't do this, don't do that, don't do X, Y, Z. Prime example, Singapore is one of those places where they try to keep it clean. I remember back in the day, I think I might have been a teenager, where a guy had littered over there and they gave him 30 days in jail, and all of America was up in arms because we're going to do a $500 fine, which don't never happen, and keep it moving because we're going to have whoever the DUI weekend crew that's in jail come back and clean it up. But over there, they take honor in keeping their country clean, keeping their cities clean. So yeah, you spending 30 days for spitting out a piece of gum on the ground or something like that. It sounds crazy to us because the way we live, but over there, that's a whole nother story. Like in Dubai, we going to Dubai later on this year. Dubai, they tell you straight up, public intoxication, you gone. Like, so you getting locked up and you gonna be in there it ain't gonna be no weekend and you back out to catch your flight. No, you might be in there a couple weeks, 30 days or something like that. Over here, you go downtown Nashville, that's every weekend. That ain't nothing. You go to New Orleans every weekend. Miami, that ain't nothing. They just tell you to go home, get out the way. You know what I mean? But over there, they take this stuff serious.
Is it a felony over there?
Huh?
Is it a felony? I know, like, if you get a DUI in Canada, I think it's like a felony. So they always tell people, use ride share. If you came up here to party, you get arrested in Canada for DUI or something, or drinking. That's a felony. Like, it's just, I think it's unfortunate. I believe that at least she get it extradited back to the United States and have to serve whatever term that they give her. I couldn't imagine serving time in general, but hell, for damn sure not in no damn place where you don't even know what they speaking. Like I'm
Nah, bro.
straight, I'm straight on that. Like I
Some
just think it's a
places,
yeah.
some places, they jails are a lot better than what we have here. But in some places, it's a whole lot more rough.
Yeah, like because like so speaking to your point, like we had went to Jamaica one year, I think it was like three years ago. And you know, you over there, you just enjoying the Bob Marley festivities. You know what I'm saying? So we get back to the airport and them folks like, hold on, we smell so and so, so and so. So they trying to scan the bag. So I'm nervous because I'm thinking I know for a fact I got rid of whatever we had over here. But just the thought that you would be stuck in a third world country locked up. I'm like, hey, bro, I don't know where I'm gonna run to, but I'm running, dog. Like, let me go on and hey, y'all can have the whole bag, whatever you think it is. It wasn't nothing, but just the nervousness to think, man, you about to be over here with some people could really open their mouth and you never know what they saying. I'm
I
straight
ain't
on
got a
that.
clue.
Yeah, I'm straight on that. Yeah, I'm straight on that. But yeah, that's free Brittney Griner. I would still say that, but I would tell people that are
I got
wanting
free her
just
all day.
yeah, but just by any means get her home. I wouldn't necessarily say that because that could definitely
No.
backfire. So no, I'm not with that at all. So
Quit
yeah,
comparing her to the LeBron James. If he was over there locked up, we don't know what could have happened. If he was over there, it might be a whole. Well, first of all, his money different. So if America can't get him back, it may drop off about 10 of them M's. He go, hey, Russia
let me
find a
tell
way
you
to sneak
something.
him up out of there.
Look, Phil Knight personally is gonna call them and be like, "Hey, sir, this is $1 billion man that y'all have in there. Let's go on and sweep this up on the rug. You're gonna get a private jet to
Right.
get them back. So whatever they had in their luggage, that's just what it is. But yeah, that's a dumbass comparison too, is because I hate the whole gender battle that they try to push with every little narrative.
Man,
Like LeBron wouldn't be home either. She just got caught at the wrong time. I'm just gonna be real with you. Like, only thing LeBron would have got, honestly, is more media coverage. But Russia ain't
right.
giving a damn about what y'all cover over here on ESPN.
And he don't play he don't play basketball over in Russia. So most definitely, she actually worth more than Russia because she go over there and help teams win the playoff games and championships. Because
Exactly.
there's a billionaire that own that team.
Yeah, I think she might be making more over there with probably
She
endorsements.
do. She make
Yeah,
I know her salary is $1 million, might be more than that, might be 2 million. And she don't even play a whole season.
yeah. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that's I think while people taking them little shots with that is like it's so much. That's a rabbit hole within itself. We have to talk about that whole disparity
Right.
between the NFL and the NBA and the WNBA. That's a lot to tell on that one, man. But it was another but that closes that one up. What's your what was the other topic? I know you had said that.
I know since
Oh,
we
okay.
on sports,
Yeah, yeah,
and this just
yeah.
recently came out, Deshaun Watson and 6-game suspension. And what's your thoughts on that? Because he's been accused, not found guilty, but he's been accused of touching women inappropriately. What was it, about 24, 25 women, something like
24.
that?
Yeah, it was 24 people that had said he did. He settled with 23 of them. So
There's a lot of people upset because he only getting a 6-game suspension. So
yeah.
what's your thoughts on the Deshaun Watson, this 6-game suspension?
Yeah, I actually made a little video on this one, but I'm be real with you. I'm hating that people are jumping out the fence in regards to calling them like pervert. I seen Sean King get made a post like that. It's other people just making light of the situation. Don't get me wrong. I've just never seen women that have been that felt that they were being sexually assaulted only go after money. Now that doesn't belittle anything that they're claiming, but I would just think from the people or the women that I've been around that if this has happened to, they want criminal, charges placed on them, not just money. So to me, that came off as a red flag because I just don't understand how people would be living with a nightmare or in horror in regards to the experience that they had. One, why would they come back? Two, why would it come out at that particular time when he was trying to leave to Houston, Texas, or came out and said that he was ready to leave to Houston, Texas? Three, why were they providing him with facilities and non-disclosure agreements for this to occur? And then four, nobody wanted to press charges on him criminally. It was all just to make sure that they got paid out, in which he settled with 23 of 24 people that came forward. It just seemed shady to me the entire time. Now, it could be real, but it's been over a year. He set out a year of football already, and nobody has still said, you know what, to hell with the money. Let me get charges pressed on him because I can prove by video or DNA evidence that says that he did X, Y, and Z. And I just don't think, I think a lot of people have issues with the NFL and they're using that as their catalyst to say, oh, they don't give a damn about women. You really, this was probably it was the most extreme because of the amount of women, but it was actually pretty much the lowest level of one that they've dealt with. We've seen domestic violence. We've seen actual rape cases. We've seen DNA samples that were provided. Like, to me, I don't think Ben Roethlisberger should ever play in the NFL again because that was something he actually did. Like, now that was a slap in the face. Like Ray Rice, he did what he did. He never played in the NFL again after that. Like,
but they was gonna get him to play until that video came out. He still was
video came out. But the same way.
Go ahead.
Yeah, but you know, just like the Seattle Seahawks dude that beat the hell out of that black girl that didn't get a lot of publicity. I'm pretty sure if he got signed today, unless you were following the story, you wouldn't know who he was. The kicker that beat the hell out of his wife and threatened to kill her until she came out and found from the Giants. You know what I'm saying? It's happened, but there's been more serious cases with actual physical evidence of these things that have occurred that they didn't take serious. So you can't go with allegations a year and a half or 2 years of not playing football for allegations, and all they wanted was money. When we have physical evidence of people that have damn near life-threatening injuries, and we just like, oh, okay, that's from the NFL. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, people could be mad at the NFL all they want to, but this right up the NFL alley, to be honest with you. And don't get me wrong, I love professional football, man, as much as the next man, but the NFL does get it wrong when it comes to dealings with women and they players. And this is right up their alley. I wasn't expecting anything different from them. I wasn't expecting him to be suspended for a whole year because I guarantee the NFL looked at it as, well, he set out a whole year last year. So we not finna suspend him again for a whole nother year. He didn't play not one game last year. So we're gonna give him the 6. I think the NFL feel like they're more equipped to handle these situations now. So I feel like they feel like they can deal with the backlash because they have people hired, player personnel, this and the other, so they come out and say, hey, we got this person who's dealing with him in counseling and we taking them through this procedure and we doing X, Y, Z. Not saying that excuse it, but I'm just saying that's what the NFL basically, if you dig deep into it, that's what they're gonna come back and say. I mean, Mike Vick got suspended more for the dog situation than some woman getting their ass whooped, somebody getting raped, somebody getting beat up almost to death, and things of that nature. But I mean that's how I go. I hate to say it, but I wasn't surprised. I wasn't surprised at all. You know, I'm not gonna call that man a pervert. I'm not gonna do any of that because he wasn't found guilty. And it's, you know, I've been assumed, there's a lot of black men been assumed of doing wrong. And, you know, was it morally right? Probably not. But I mean, if it's a situation between him and another woman and they came to agreement, it wasn't proved not to be, you know, they saying not, then I'm not saying we can't take their word for it. However, we got a TV show coming out about Emmett Till where a woman that cried wolf and he ended up dying from that. Not saying they the same case, but it just seemed odd to me. But I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm not gonna say nothing bad about the women. I'm not gonna say nothing bad about him because I went in the room. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, the biggest thing, honestly, is that what kills me is that you'll see media and they will pick and choose when they do it. Now, I'm seeing, and not to make it a race thing, but I'm seeing of how hard they come down when there's a black quarterback specifically involved. And I didn't see any of this for real unless I wasn't even that young when Ben Roethlisberger went through what he went through. They tried their best to kind of just like brush that to the side as much as possible, knowing that this was a legit case. He came out with his apology. If he'd have won a damn Super Bowl, he'd have been all over ESPN. If they could have got him on the box of cereal, they would have. But then you see Mike Vick with the dogs, and then you see Deshaun Watson with the allegations. And they're supposed to be these monsters that are just roaming at the streets and everybody's just scared of them. I mean, just to be honest with you, that's not true. NFL knows how to market. Honestly, I feel like they're using this as a marketing tactic. They knew they weren't going to do anything. It hasn't been any big news for the NFL. I don't feel that they're going to appeal it. So if people don't want to support the NFL, just do like when Black people said they was boycotting, not watching it, the ratings dropped, they would start making additional changes. They'll put some little stuff out there for filler, do a little pandering, and they're going about their business. But if you don't want to support it, just don't support it. But don't make that the reason why you say he should be locked up or he should never get to play, when these are legit allegations, when there's been other people that are still employed by the NFL with real charges.
And you know what killed me too? Every time something happens, they always say they shouldn't play again. But you can go out and have a sexual assault charge at your regular 9 to 5, working at UPS, and clock back in on Monday, and tell them folks you got to go to court, and they'll let you off work, and whatever happened. And then if all of a sudden they get settled, guess what? You going right back to your job. Not saying UPS got it, but I'm just using this as an example. But you going right back to your 9 to 5 and for your livelihood. Yeah, but y'all want to say that this person shouldn't ever play another game again, who is probably you feeding your one family and probably helping somebody else out, and they might be feeding 5 or 6 families. You don't never know.
I be feeling like when it's something very minor and they get with those crazy ass like jumping out the window like all that, I feel like it's really slick hating. It's like a lot of us wish that we could be sitting on the sideline holding a damn clipboard and making $2 million, $3 million a year, just throwing about, knowing for a fact you're never gonna play over Aaron Rodgers, Deshaun Watson, Russell, none of them. But if you holding that clipboard making $3 million, bro, you're not tripping. So you really
backup quarterback is the best job in America.
You give me scout team. They damn near making over $500,000, $1 million a year, depending on what they're doing. If you know investments, you good. Don't nobody even know you in the NFL, but your people, and you still straight. Like, but I think it just be slick hating because it don't be nothing behind it. I'm like, allegations, never should play again. A person gets charged with a DUI, a bunch of thugs don't know how to control themselves. They should never play the NFL again. You drunk typing this. Like, what are you talking about? Like, if you happen to get in your car and go get that pizza your wife just told you go get, like, what you talking about, bro? Like,
you just told Cindy to get you a beer out the refrigerator.
Exactly. Yeah. And I'm gonna run up here and holler at Dale them to go shoot darts. You drunk driver. So if you happen to hit somebody, you should lose everything in life. Wife should leave you. You should lose your job. Your kids should disown you. Come on, man. Like, I don't know. It just be going so deep. Like social media, boy, it's a monster if you let it be. Yeah, it's a monster if you let it be, man. But what you got any other thoughts on that, man? Besides, you know.
That's it. If I say something, get me in trouble.
Hey, boycott supremely black. Yeah. Well, you feel it? I mean,
somebody might chop it up into making it or something that we ain't saying. Hold on, y'all gotta listen more than 15 seconds.
Yeah. But I know our consistent supporters will be like, nah, bro, don't even rock like that. But just to be real with you, they be spinning stuff. They be trying to get it to fit that narrative, man. And be real with you. If Deshaun Watson was somebody else, they'd have been brushed this off. It wouldn't even been no year, no 6 games or nothing. Like, it'd have been done deal. So just be real with you. That's over with. But all right. So I know we both had talked about it, really laughed about it. So it's been having social media in a frenzy. It's been going on back and forth for a minute, man. So, fellas, if you're going out with you're courting, you got a young lady you're interested in.
Courting.
Yeah, courting.
Old school term. For those who don't know, courting means you are talking to, dating.
Yeah, this older lady, she was like, so who you courting now? So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna tell you who I'm courting. Yeah, but so if you're talking to somebody, man, and she pull up with with her friend or friends, do you feel that you are responsible to pay for her and her friends? Or do you feel as if that she brought the friends, so she should take care of them? And the reason most of the time the women bring another woman or friends with them is because, dudes be weird out here. It'd be some blind whore dates. They got some other plans up their sleeve, might not be heard from again. we got to understand that is serious. But what's your thoughts? Do you feel like you are responsible for taking care of her party or just her?
No, no,
Okay.
no. I'm not doing it. No. I remember my days of being out and about in the club and trying to talk to a girl, and she'd be like, "Well, and you know, I want to buy you a drink for your time." That's the thing you should do. If you want to talk to a lady, you want a little bit of her time, buy her a drink while you take a little bit of her time. And she turn around, and girls turn around and be like, "Well, what about my friends?" And it's 4 of them sitting there looking you dead in your face. Now I'm good. I catch you outside by yourself. Like, I'm not buying 5 drinks just to have a conversation with you, and the chances, and I still might not get your number. It's a 50-50 chance. No.
Hey man, and I now don't get me wrong now. Back in my heyday, I might have bought a drink or two for the friends, you know what I'm saying, just to ease the conversation. But what I did learn is 2 different things now. I always want to catch the one that's going to buy the friends drinks. So then I'm gonna get hers, but like, what y'all drinking now? They wanted me to come up here and buy these shots. It's on you. You paying for it? Yeah, you know how girls be. Cool, I got your drink. So we'll sit there and sip, and they'll end up coming like, what's taking you so long? So they got their own drinks. We got the conversation. I learned that when I said, okay, I got to sit back and watch. Who actually spending the bread? Yeah. And then on top of that, I got to come out with my friends that them real ones that's gonna be shooting them shots regardless. They coming and getting the friend out the way immediately. So now it's his responsibility to get their drinks. Yeah, so yeah, I didn't learn how to pull the boom game on them. I'm not going for that. I need the one that's spending the money, and then I need the one that's going, hey, my partner gonna come through, and then they gonna get him because he gonna have to be like, what you on? What you trying to do? Yeah, so then that's it. That's it. So I hang with real shooters.
If you got like 1 or 2, I don't mind. But some of y'all, man, y'all be having 5, 6 friends. Man, come on, man. Anybody, man, get out of here.
Real. Hey, call old girl, see what she want too. Like she ain't even got to the club yet.
Right.
She getting the drink.
She on the way.
Yeah.
I remember one time being in the club with a girl that, man, straight up told me, thought this was gonna fly. You gonna be my sponsor for the night? Man, you done lost your mind.
It's getting outrageous, man. Like I can't.
I hate to see what it's like for them cats now. That was a long time ago for me. I hate to see what these cats going through now. Now we did see that one online where they did the birthday party and old girl was mad. It's like, man, it's like 12 of y'all. You ain't paying for all our food. Dude was like, man, hell no.
Hell no. Yeah. I'm gonna tell you what though, it's different because I'm just thinking about it like now, like back in the day when I was coming up, sneaking in the club with y'all, ain't even supposed to be in there. And you would buy the 1 or 2 drinks for the girl and the friend or whatever. Dudes now they buying sections, hookah and everything. So they got at least 250 deep. I'm talking about, and they better not be in no real deal club. They 300 in the hole off of just trying to get that.
You see her again at Walgreens, she might not even speak to you.
Well, she's not speaking by the end of the night when that other dude coming there that she been looking for. All she gonna hit you with is my girl want to leave. She didn't get drunk. You look across the club, she in another section. Like what? Yeah. Like that's just them. That's
can't do it.
Won't
section
do hoppers.
It. Yeah, can't play with them.
Yeah, but yeah, that's how I feel, man. I can't. The one friend that I know for a fact, probably your real rider. She cool. She giving out good vibes, and y'all ain't just trying to like, do the most with it. Yeah, I probably got you. I'll be real with you, but just to
you know what, and if y'all on the first date and you bring your friend with you, so y'all ain't weird. Depending on where y'all going out to eat at, hey, the fella might, if y'all ain't going too outrageous with your food order, he might pay for your friend. But if he taking you somewhere and man, she over there ordering. Man, let me get something she wouldn't order on the regular. Let me get the crab legs with the bacon wrap, asparagus dipped with the sauce, and we adding all this on it. And I'm like, nah, but she doing too much.
Yeah, cause she got one time to ask the waitress or waiter, how you pronounce this? And she paying for her own food. Cause I already know you're not gonna pull that one on me. You ain't been on me. So ain't no point in you trying to order today. Yeah, how you pronounce this?
She
She got
reading
her
all
own ticket.
slow.
Yeah, yeah. She got her
When she
own
put her
ticket.
finger up to the menu,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
be like, I want the what's that? Said
yeah,
oh no, you on your own.
yeah. She got her own tickets. Yeah, it's separate. I'm gonna tell you now, separate. Yeah, separate. Mm-mm. Yeah, but I was seeing the people they was talking about, you know, with the dudes. Of course, you know, it don't take much to get us fired up on the internet going back and forth. But some of y'all dudes giving broke energy and all that. I'm like, nah, y'all, that's like us being on a date with y'all and then pulling up with our homeboys talking about you got their stuff. Like it just don't make sense. Like we're
Right.
not it don't happen like that.
Is
That's
you
weird.
being broke, as you being smart with your money? At the end of the day, like with now you looking broke by bringing your friend over and she over here thirsty. She over there order more drinks than you had. Now
You can't
she
say
ain't
that.
on-
You can't say that though. You know what I'm saying?
you
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
that's
She
how.
having a better time than you. She done let you order this. She gonna order something more expensive you done order.
Yeah, just to see what's going on with it, testing the water. Yeah, but
No.
yeah, man. But yeah, that's it on that one, man. But yeah, for sure, the people that actually listen to this, I want to know y'all thoughts. The ladies for sure, the women, the ladies for sure, the men y'all can tap in as well. But I really want to know, like, is that really a thing, or is that just something to be on social media talking about? Because if that's really how it's going, boy, find you somebody that love you. Y'all cook at
Right.
the crib, chill, get out them streets, partner, because you're gonna go broke. It ain't looking good.
Man, gonna go broke out here trying to
It ain't
feed
looking
her
good.
and her friends.
Mm, mm.
Man, no.
Yeah, no, yeah, man. But yeah, that's it right there. And it was we had touched on the Brittney Griner. It was something else too. I feel like we
Oh,
didn't get to touch
is
on last week. Yeah,
we
go
can
ahead.
touch on this real fast. Another thing was out there like, is Kendrick Lamar the new Tupac? What's your thoughts on K. Dot being the Tupac?
And I really hate that, I was so young when Tupac, was making his music and just heavy like that. Maybe not even born for his best, his prime. You know what I'm saying?
You was
He got killed in what, 96?
96.
Yes, I was not but a hot five, depending on what
Yeah,
month
yeah,
he was
yeah,
born.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so I didn't get to see Pac like that, but his music has lived on so long that when we got older to realize that Pac was killed in 96, we had no idea that Pac was killed in 96. We thought that was something that had probably happened recently once we started listening to music. Like, we knew he wasn't here, but we didn't know his demise was maybe before some of us was even born. We was 4 or 5, you know what I'm saying? At the latest 10 for some of the partners I was kicking it with. But I don't know, man. Like, Pac was different, bro. Like, Pac was a storyteller. Pac led a movement. Pac made people really think that he was gangster. Like, he had a lot of different, like, I don't know. He had an impact
It was a
that,
lot of facets to Tupac. It was a
yeah,
lot of
he could act. He could lead a movement in the streets. He could be the activist. I just think the way he was raised and the art schools he attended, like, Pac had a real anointment on him. Honestly, I feel like it's because some of the stuff that he rapped about and even talked about in his interviews are still so prolific right now that you could just watch it and listen to it and just realize that, honestly, this brother was way above his time, and you could take away the entertainer and just listen to the person. He was deep. You could tell that he was really raised with that real energy around him. And I like K Dot. I think he's dope for what he brings to hip hop. Because I don't consider his music rap music. I feel like that's real hip hop of what the origin of it should be. In that sense, I can see where it could be a tad bit comparable, but I don't think anybody, it's not, I hate the comparison thing anyway, but
right.
he don't give me Pac. I don't think he's not as vocal and much as a presence as him, like in real life. Like, Pac was bigger than music. Pac was really an icon. And I think Kendrick Lamar and just the way he carries himself in this social media era, he has to be kind of to himself in private, but Pac didn't care. I think he would have been ridiculous in this era because he wanted to be on camera. He wanted to be heard.
Right.
He wanted to be seen. And he probably would have been killed by outside forces quicker than what had happened to him at his young age. He was killed anyway. But now I couldn't say that Kendrick Lamar is the Tupac. I couldn't go there. And I didn't get to see Pop like that. But nah.
Yeah. I ain't gonna music. I'm just gonna stick on music. Talent wise, I had to say, you know, there's definitely, I think, definitely a big difference talent wise, because Tupac was involved in so much other stuff. K-Dot make his music, and you might not hear from him for another 2-3 years before he pop back out. However, both of them are great at storytelling. When you listen to their music, it is a story behind it. They're gonna leave it being heartfelt. They're gonna make you think. The music is gonna be deep. So I can see people saying that on that end, but I just think K-Dot is in his own lane. You know, K-Dot, he gonna rap about some gangster stuff, but he not finna go as hard as Tupac was with the gangster end of it. I kind of relate to K-Dot more than I did to Tupac for what they got going on. Good Kid, Mad City, classic. Everything he pretty much done put out classic. Tupac got his classics as well, but I think we talking about two different people, two different times. Really can't compare them. Like I said, I just think K-Dot is for what we have right now. We need K-Dot for the times we in now. We needed Tupac for the time we was in then. And like you said, when it comes to social media, if Tupac had social media, yeah, it would have been an outside force. I don't think it'd been a situation where a gang member had took him out or whatnot. I wasn't throwing up Crip, and I'm doing a test, you know, for you folks out there, just to make sure. I don't want no trouble. I don't want no trouble. But anyway, I think it'd been outside forces because back then, Tupac do an interview. If you didn't catch it that day on Yo MTV Raps or whatever was playing, that was it. We just talked about it after that. Now he can say something and they can be chopped up, put on YouTube, go around Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and whatever else is out there, and everybody get that same message. I think he'd been really important during Black Lives Matter movement and stuff like that. I think he'd been really important during that time and been able to put a lot of knowledge out there and do another movement. I do one thing and I'm gonna leave it alone, but you know, the whole abortion thing that happened and you know, dang, keep your head up. It was a lot of you white women out there doing to keep your head up. It wasn't for y'all. Don't try to take it from us, because that was for us. And he said in the song, this for all the black women out there, that ain't for y'all. So, like you said, some of the music he created then comes all the way back around. It come all the way back around. Brenda Had a Baby, that's another thing. Keep your head up, another thing. I Ain't Mad at You, all that stuff still relate to today. Some of the lyrics in this song still relate to today. Some of that old rap, NWA, still relate to today, and some of the stuff that's going on.
And you know, we didn't even bring him up, but since we talked about K-Dot and Tupac, I like J. Cole more than K-Dot, to be honest with you. I like J. Cole's music.
Yeah, we had to go back and forth on
I mean,
that.
that, like I said, that's
I like J. Cole too.
That's a whole other debate. But I rock with J. Cole. I wouldn't compare him to, you can't compare to Tupac. I'm just gonna be real with you. Like, it's just that's
Tupac
hard.
is Tupac.
Tupac is Tupac, man. I just think sometimes we just need to let them real icons and greats just be greats, just with people, sports, all that. Like,
right.
Some stuff is just solidified for what it is, appreciate it, value it, try to make your life be something that people debate about once you're gone from here. That's how I look at it.
Right.
Like, I hate when they compare legends, but yeah, I mean, K-Dot's solid, but I'm still gonna rock with Tupac, man. I don't think we could ever get one. I would love to see it. I think this is a time for it. But you know, we'll see.
K-Dot was a little bit more vocal.
Yeah.
We might get something to talk about. We might. Yeah. K-Dot let his music do all the talking.
The speaking, yeah, and it's like, I don't know, and it's not for everybody to be the spokesperson. So I respect that. You know, everybody know their lane.
And previous episodes we talked about that. We talked about some people They lane is this. Some people, they lane is that. You know what I mean?
Yep.
K-Dot lane is, I'm going to put it in this music. I'm going to let you feel it. I'm going to let you listen to it. And then whoever want to be the leader, headstrong, and take care of that, let them do it. I'm going to sit back for another couple of years and I'll holler at y'all then.
Yep. There you go. But yeah, man, that's that. Unless you had something else, Flake.
Nah, we done.
All right, bet. That will be the conclusion of this episode, man. For the people that have tapped in, I will be trying to get this one out on the audio as well, so you'll be able to tap in for our audio listeners. But it'll be dropping, well, you'll see it'll be out on Friday. But make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe, and share if you're new. But as always, man, appreciate y'all tapping in. Flake, do you have a Supremely Black Person of the Week? Or
Not this week. I ain't got
okay.
one this week. I might post it on Friday though.
Okay, better. We can do that. And for our Black Business Minute, I'm going to run what we said back last week. I'm trying to get some video footage of it as well. I'm gonna reach out to Eddie's Moving Again. Darius Allen had a great event in our city of Milan, Tennessee. We're giving away school supplies and book bags to our community. I will be trying to get that, at least a little snippet, to get it posted at the beginning or the middle of this video so you all can see what it looks like and what Eddie's is really doing and what they're going to continue to grow on. Like I said, I think this is their 4th annual. It's going to continue to get bigger and bigger every year, but definitely want to highlight them again, shouting them out for 2 weeks in a row because honestly, they need it. It was a lot of people talked about it in the city. They were able to help out a lot of struggling parents that may have needed that, like in a real way. Inflation is high, gas is high, life outside is high right now. So to see a brother of mine be able to do that and give back to a community that he came up from and could have seen some of the same struggles, I can only salute to that. And I'm really big on giving people their flowers while they're here. So again, salute to Eddie's, all the employees, everybody that helped organize the event and have a huge impact on a city of Milan, Tennessee, man. So, major salute to Darius and everybody that's employed and that assisted Eddie's with making that a successful event. Flake, you can close us out, big dog.
Hey, for all our queens out there, put your crown on, tilt that thing to the side. Let them know you are a queen. For all our kings out there, put your crown on, tilt that thing to the side, and let them know you are a king. We are Supremely Black, and we out.